Hi friends, and welcome back to my channel. On today's dose of motivation, I'm going to be talking about the power of perception. The power of perception. What is perception? We know perception is something to do with vision, your vision, or seeing things that other people are not seeing. It's deeper than sight. So it's some kind of vision at a deeper level. So if you notice my dose of motivation, these motivational videos that I do once a week, they are a mix of what one can call a spiritual aspect and a business aspect. In other ways, I try to bring everything together into one. So you'll notice that my dose of motivation or motivational videos for that matter are transferable. That means one can take what I share here on the motivational videos. They can use it either in their business or they can take it and use it in their daily life or their spiritual life. So I hope we are clear on that one. So the power of perception. When I talk about perception, what comes to mind is how am I seeing or how are you viewing things? Are you seeing things that other people are not seeing? Are you seeing a deeper dimension on what somebody can just on what other people may not see at face value? So I'm going to give a few examples, which is what makes these sessions more powerful, because I like to bring real life examples to these motivational videos so that you may relate one way or another. So every time I talk about perception, I cannot help but think of the woman in the book of 2 Kings chapter 4, the Shunammite woman. That Shunammite woman was seeing on a daily basis this man of God, who was the prophet Elisha, pass by their area every single day. And I'm sure, as I read and understand that passage, all the other people saw this man, this prophet, passing by every day. But it took this one woman to perceive, to see what other people were not seeing, to say, surely this is a man of God. So she went ahead and talked to her husband, and they built a chamber, a room at the top of their house for this man of God to stop by every time he passed by, so that he could stop and rest. And they put a little table there and a Bible so that he could rest and be comfortable, take a break on his long journeys. Did other people not see that? They definitely saw the man of God at face value, but they did not have the power of perception. It took this one lady to see deeper in the spiritual realm, to see and perceive that this was a man of God. There was something special about this man of God. And as you continue reading the story, this Shunammite woman did not request anything, but it took Elisha's assistant to mention that, oh, we know that this woman does not have a child. And while this woman was doing this with no intention of getting something in return, we know the rest of the story, that she had a need that she didn't even put in a request for met. She had a son, and you can go ahead and read that story for yourself in the book of 2 Kings chapter 4. So what am I saying? As we can repurpose this message of perception in business, for example, because on this channel I talk about business, ways of making and saving money, especially in the comfort of your home, the ways you can start your online business or whatever business that you desire to start. So in this age, in this year 2021, we know that we've just gotten into this year, and we are hoping against hope that this year is definitely going to be better than 2020. But I want us to go back to 2020. We all know that 2020 was not a very good year. However, when we take this word or this phrase, the power of perception, and apply it to 2020. I tell you, this is true for most smaller and big businesses. 2020 was one year that was even more profitable. People who had the power of perception and took that power of perception into use, into practice, they started their home-based businesses, or they grew their online businesses. They grew their home-based business. They diversified their businesses to suit what was going on in 2020. And we know that most businesses, they realized more profits than ever in 2020. More businesses that got started in 2020 were more profitable. They had a lot of things going on for them in 2020 when it comes to business. And I'll give you a few examples apart from me selling online, on having an e-commerce business, selling on eBay. I'll come to that in a minute. But what I have realized about 2020, we know that the world at large was on lockdown. And one of the ways that we're told to prevent the spread of this pandemic was for us to wear face masks. And we know that the face masks were in high demand. And we know that a lot of people who took the power of perception to their advantage, they went ahead and they started selling masks. I'm not talking about just regular masks. I'm talking about people who are selling on platforms like Etsy or eBay or even POSHMARK. I saw on POSHMARK there was a lot of masks on sale. Guess what? There are people on Etsy who, when they started selling these masks, they were making, and I'm not exaggerating or anything, they were making as much as $20,000 per month just by selling these face masks, because masks were in demand, and same way hand sanitizers and stuff like that. So didn't everybody see that masks were in demand? Of course, we all saw that the masks were in demand. However, the few that had the power of perception took that demand for masks and they took it into their own advantage. And as a result, they were smiling all the way to the bank. That is the power of perception. When it comes to my own example, like I've mentioned before, that every so often, like every year, I like to reassess and reevaluate how my business is doing. So one of the things that I did, and this was pre-pandemic, I had no idea what this was going to lead to. I decided, as I was reassessing how my e-commerce business was going, I decided to add on to my business health and beauty products. Little did I know that adding health and beauty products was going to be advantageous to my business in 2020. Because a few months after that, the pandemic happened, and the demand for health and beauty products skyrocketed because people were not going to the shops. People were shopping more online. People were buying their health and beauty products online. So I saw a spike in that category of health and beauty products on my eBay store. And people starting to buy their body washes, their shaving razors, their hair dyes, their lotions, their face masks, their moisturizers, you name it. People were buying that online. Little did I know, when I was reassessing what was happening with my online store, that this thing that somebody might call a sixth sense or inclination, it was something that was deeper than that, something that was more, I'm a very spiritual person, and I do believe in the power of God. I believe in the power of the Holy Spirit. That was the Holy Spirit preparing me for what was to come. I perceived through that power that, you know what, And at that time, honestly, I didn't know that the pandemic was going to happen. But I am so thankful of my that instinct, what you call instinct, of that nudge in my spirit to go ahead and add another category in my store and sell more of the health and beauty products. And I still kept the shoes and the clothing and stuff like that that I was selling on a normal basis. I still kept that, but this category that I added, the advantage with it was that it is replenishable. We call them replenishables, where people keep coming back. They will use the moisturizer and run out, and they will come back for it. They will use that razor, and it will be blunt. They'll throw it out, and they will come back for more. So what am I saying? So today on my motivational talk, I want to encourage you to be more in sync and be more in tune. Get into the habit of seeing things that other people are not seeing. See business opportunities. When everybody else is complaining, you have the mind of looking at how you can gain or make the situation advantageous to you. Look at situations with a positive eye. Look at a situation as a way of how you can take advantage of that not so great situation and turn it into your own advantage. We know that the companies, even big companies like Amazon, they saw a spike in the demand for almost all the products that they sell online, because more and more people were shopping online in the comfort of their homes, which is why I always encourage us all to start an e-commerce business. Start a small online reselling business and take it from there, and more other streams of income are going to come out of that business. I just keep on expanding and growing as you look at how you can make money for your family, how you can change the dynamic of your family instead of waiting on unemployment. Be one of those people that if you are in the US of A, the government will a favor because you have a small or home-based business, and you take advantage of those 475 tax breaks that the government offers to small home-based businesses. So today I wanted to stop by here and encourage you to kind of practice the power of perception. Make sure that you perceive, you see things that other people are not seeing. Make sure that you take advantage of situations that other people may be whining or complaining about. Get rid of the complaining attitude. Change your mindset. Do not be like the 10 people who are busy complaining about what is or what is not happening in their lives, and take advantage of the situation and see how you can turn it around for your good and change your family's dynamic. Like I always say on this channel, relying on one source of income is very hazardous to your family's well-being and wealth, because if God forbid that one source is cut out, as most people have lost their jobs or they've had their hours cut. If you lose that income, then you'll be at the government's mercy. And if you are in other countries, they may not even have the government assistance. So if you are here in the United States, you'll be at the government's mercy, debating whether to give you $600 per week in unemployment or to give you $300 per week in unemployment, versus the grants that they are giving to small businesses of up to $10,000 without having to pay it back. So I want us to change our mindsets. I want us to perceive things and see things that other people are not seeing. With that being said, I invite you to subscribe onto my channel if you have not. So I try by all means to post videos 2 to 3 times a week, and I talk about ways of making and saving money on this channel. And of course, once a week I drop this dose of motivation video so that I can encourage somebody, so that I can motivate you to get out of your comfort zone on. So thank you so much. If you found this video helpful, hey, why don't you go ahead and click that like button so that other people may find this video. And don't forget to subscribe and ring the notification bell so that you don't miss any of my valuable content that I bring to you on a weekly basis. With that being said, remember to do small things with great love. And don't forget to take advantage of the power of perception. From my heart to yours. Bye-bye.